Welcome to another episode of All Things Mac. I'm your host, Jim Fair. Today I'd like to talk about trying the same thing over and over and hoping for a different result. Some say that's the definition of insanity, but where computers are concerned, I've found that sometimes trying the same thing at least 3 times is worth the effort. So, for example, I have a video about fixing the disk permissions for Lightroom. Now, the same command is valuable for fixing disk permissions for a whole lot of things. Basically, it's fixing the permissions on your home directory. It turns out that sometimes that command will fail, and you just hit the up arrow in the terminal and enter it again. And it may fail a second time, and up arrow and hit it again, and the third time's the charm. So that happened to me this morning with this Mac Pro here. I was entering the command. Now, it's a special sort of command. It fixes your home directory's permission, so it's what they call a privileged command. It takes on root permissions to do its job. So you don't need to put sudo space in front of it to give it extra oomph that you might for some other command. For example, if you wanted to have, admin or root permissions happening. So just trying it more than once can sometimes pay off. I noticed the same thing with disk utility. Many times, the first time you go to format something, it will fail, and then you try again and it works. Or you may have to try 2 or 3 times. And in the case of a really stubborn thing, you may have to alternate between erasing the device, erasing the volume, back and forth. And eventually, you may see success just by trying the same thing over and over. So, it's not the definition of insanity in some areas on the Mac. In particular, some terminal commands and disk utility. There may be other areas. So, you know the old saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, you should modify that a little bit. Try again, but not too long, because after a while, you'll have to ask yourself the question, am I really accomplishing anything by repeating this over and over? And if the answer is no, give up after a few tries. That's what I would suggest. There's no point doing it endlessly, but 2 or 3 tries can probably have a different result. And that's what I've found with terminal and with disk utility. So as the operating system matures, Apple is finding new bugs for us to discover. And in fact, I'm just installing Catalina Public Beta 4 here for testing. So if you're feeling adventurous, go right ahead. But if you are not the type of person who likes to find bugs and report them and have a constant backup just in case something blows up, I would stay away. Anyway, thanks for watching. Fade out. Hope I'm in focus this time.